Am I a narcissist? Part of discovering about the narcissist personality disorder and learning everything that you've been through, at some point it has most of us questioning if we are the narcissist or not. So how can we tell? I'm Elizabeth Shaw. Welcome to the channel, which is all about the narcissistic personality disorder, to give you more understanding of the things you've been through within your life, the people you might be dealing with in your life, how to handle those people or go no contact, and most importantly, how to recover from narcissistic abuse. So, is it a case of that we are all on some level a narcissist, or is it a case of healthy narcissism and destructive narcissism? Most of us can have a trait or two, or we can at some point in our lives have acted narcissistic, which is what makes us doubt ourselves. You do need at least 5 of the characteristics to be on the disorder. Also, when we are around negative narcissistic people, their toxic energy can rub off on us. This does not make us have the disorder. Just become aware of the people you have in your life. As someone once said, you become the average of the 5 people you spend most of your time with. And if there's any truth to that or not isn't really the point, but negativity breeds negativity. When we hang around with toxic people, it's very difficult to drag them up, as all they'll ever do is weigh us down. It's far easier to drag others down and far easier to be dragged down than it is to lift others up and lift ourselves up. It's lifting people up has got to be something that people want to do for themselves. They can listen to all the advice in the world, but they have got to want to do it for themselves. The main thing that defines someone as having the disorder, the main things that define people as having the disorder, some of the characteristics are a lack of empathy towards others. I say lack as they have some empathetic skills in there. They can think empathetically. Research does suggest that they have cognitive empathy. This is when a narcissist will observe you being loving and kind and mirror it back to you. They can observe how you react to certain things so that they can play the victim to get you to put yourself in their shoes and want to help them. They use our empathy against us to help themselves. They have the empathy to care about themselves, about getting their own needs met. They just lack genuine empathy to care for those around them or the needs of those around them. So if you can feel for others, or if you can put yourself in another person's shoes, if hurting another person stops you from doing something, you are not a destructive narcissist. And you may have unintentionally done something to hurt someone in your past, and if you felt bad about it and learned from the mistake, you are not a narcissist. Another characteristic is an entitlement. So if you only feel entitled to have what you've earned, we are allowed to earn and we are allowed to achieve things in a positive, helpful way. We are allowed to contribute and we are allowed to feel good for contributing to others. We can serve others to receive. So, if you like cutting hair, you cut hair to receive payment. So you can then pay someone else to provide food. If you enjoy driving a lorry, you deliver the goods in order to get paid, so you can pay someone else to cut your hair. It's give and take in all walks of life. If you've earned what you have in healthy ways without manipulating others, then you are not a narcissist. Narcissistic people like to take shortcuts. They like to exaggerate their achievements. Many people do like to take shortcuts in life. It's human nature to find the easy way. Only those on the disorder will take anyone down who stands in their way. They'll exploit others to get their own needs met without a care for who they've hurt. Exploitation. A narcissist uses and exploits others to get their own needs met, to gain an advantage over others. They will treat others unfairly to advantage their own gains. So if you don't go around taking advantage of others without a care for how this would make them feel, you are not a narcissist. Jealousy and envy. When they move straight on, it is normal to feel pangs of jealousy. That doesn't make you a narcissist, that makes you human with emotions. When you've been through the illusion of the manipulative idolization stage with a narcissist, when they are mirroring us and creating that fake future within our minds, when they are gaslighting you with you're crazy and you're jealous because you found out about something they don't want you to know about, it's easy to take their opinions of us on as our own opinions of us. If you don't seek to destroy all others, if you have or are going through a stage of wanting revenge and karma on the narcissist, after everything they've put you through, this is it's a normal human emotional reaction to the pain. It will pass. It just means you need to work on your recovery, but it will pass. Most likely, you would feel bad if you saw someone else in pain. It's okay to be slightly pleased if you hear karma paid them a visit. It's okay to feel sorry for them. It's your life. So long as you find your happiness and live with good intentions, there is no wrong way or right way in how you live your life. There is no wrong way or right way in how you feel or what you do in any given moment, so long as those good intentions are there. When someone is going somewhere that we'd love to visit, we can be jealous, yet healthy narcissism means we are happy for those who are going. So we can hear of another person's achievement and think, wow, I wish I was doing that, yet be pleased for them and wish them well. Narcissists are jealous and envious with a malicious intent to destroy, meaning they don't think the other person deserves what the other person has worked for or has earned. And the narcissist feels that the other person has in some way stolen from them. Hence, the narcissist often seeks to ruin that person's achievements or take credit for another person's achievements. And they will ruin them in many manipulative, harmful ways. If you don't seek to destroy others, many people can and do go through the woe is me, victim mindset, and it's part of the process of healing and recovery. You have been a victim and you've been through a lot. So going through the woe is me is a normal part of the process in healing because you've been through trauma. But that alone does not make you a narcissist. Another characteristic is they require excessive attention. Now, connecting with others to feel heard and feel validated is normal. Connecting with other humans is normal. Wanting closure is normal. It's just sometimes we have to have that radical acceptance that things didn't work out in the way we wanted or in the way it was sold to us, manipulatively sold to us, that having it out with them, hoping they'll understand, hoping they'll apologise to us, hoping they'll see the pain they caused, hoping they'll deliver on their promises isn't closure. They feed us that false hope to keep us trapped, but it is not closure. The closure is letting go. And as hard as it is, that is the closure. Letting go, leaving them in the past and moving on with our future. Leaving their toxic behaviour and their negativity in the past and finding our joy and our happiness. We have to learn we are in charge of our own happiness and creating our own dreams. Not easy, granted, especially when they are coming at you with their toxic smear campaigns. A narcissist wants attention. They want to feel important, to feel in control, to feel special. So if you don't go around seeking attention to make yourself feel better and make others feel worse, you are not a narcissist. Now, you can go chasing the ex. It's not usually for attention though. It is for that closure, for that validation. It does not make you a narcissist. So another characteristics is that they feel special. And it's okay to feel special about yourself, to care for your looks, to be kind, to be humble, to reach back and help others out, to do it because you care for those around you. It's okay to feel good about yourself for doing so. You are special. A narcissist, however, only ever does anything for anyone to meet a need of their own. They feel like they are above and better than all others. They don't reflect and question their own behaviour. They blame everyone else. So if you blamed yourself through their toxic blame shifting, if you can reflect on your own behaviours in the past, you are not a narcissist. Another characteristic is that grandiosity. The narcissist charm is used to manipulate those around them for their own gain. So a narcissist often feels great rage if criticised, and this isn't genuine confidence. What they actually are is arrogant, which can at first come across as confidence. So when you're gaining your confidence back, when you're paying people compliments, you're paying people a genuine compliment. That does not make you a narcissist. Narcissistic people flatter people. They don't mean what they say. They say what they think other people want to hear. Inner confidence is knowing who you are, learning who you are, who you want to be. So the toxic words of others no longer impact your life. Knowing that you define you, looking at constructive criticism, yet not worrying about the judgment from others. This is your life for you, not for others to bring you down. Only you define who you are. We learn to love ourselves, yet not use that love to destroy others. We use it to build other people up. We can be confident within ourselves. We can learn to become confident within ourselves, which is a must to feel more fulfilled within ourselves. Yet we don't want, need, or have to feel better than others. We believe everyone is unique, which is healthy narcissism. When they copy and reflect back to us our hopes, our dreams, our hobbies, our personality, to build that rapport, they do this on a conscious level. Mirroring is what people do on a subconscious level to build that bond with those people around them. Yet, usually with two people not on the disorder, they would stick to their beliefs. Narcissistic people do it to take us down and use us against us. We can then, through their manipulative projection, start mirroring their toxic behaviours onto them, especially when they provoke us. And in the idolization stage and with the mirroring, they've learned all about us to know exactly what buttons to push to get our reactions, so they can then blame everything on us. In recovery, we can think the way in which we are treating them now is narcissistic. And I'm all for treat people how you want to be treated, but when people disrespect you, hurt you, walk all over you, lie to you and cheat on you, it's okay to treat them on the level of their understanding. And no, I don't mean go around cheating on them. That's to hurt another with intent to pay them back. And most narcissists wouldn't be bothered. And you just end up making yourself feel worse. More the silent treatment and no contact. The narcissist uses the silent treatment to cause you pain. The silent treatment is psychological abuse to get you to doubt yourself, blame yourself, and to do all you can, walking around on eggshells, to make it up to the narcissist, to help relieve you from the stress and the pain that the silent treatment is causing you. No contact is not to hurt them. It is not to cause them pain. It's not to get them to come chasing you or running after you or apologise to you. It's not used as a punishment. It's to kindly walk away from someone who continues to let you down and hurt you. It's to leave them to get on with their life while you get on with your own. It's to protect yourself from the narcissist's negative, toxic, hurtful ways. The same as the narcissist discard and ending the relationship. The narcissist discard is often done with the most cruelest intent, and sometimes it's very calculated, often when we least expect it or at that point when we really needed them the most. Again, this is seemingly done by them to cause us as much psychological pain as they possibly can. When you end the relationship, as hard as that decision might be, because often as hurtful as they can be, you care about them. You've got that hope that you can bring back that future from that future faking. You want to help them. When they're playing the victim, you want to help them. So you end the relationship because you know the long-term pain of staying is worse than the short-term pain of leaving. It's not done to hurt them. It's done to save yourself. The narcissist hoover, and when you want to or when you do take the narcissist back or chase back after the narcissist. The narcissist hoover or re-idolization is done because they want something from you, not because they love or care, as they lack in that genuine empathy to be able to care for you. The narcissist comes back because they see something in you they want from you. You took them back or wanted them back due to the trauma bond, caring for them and wanting to help them, wanting to make the relationship work, wanting to live those dreams that you created in the future. With our human needs in our subconscious, whatever we do in any minute of any day, it is fulfilling our own needs. Any action, emotion or feeling is driven around our human needs. Our drive is our subconscious for those human needs, for love and connection with others, to contribute to others, for growth within ourselves, for uncertainty, for certainty, and for significance. And these can be met negative, neutrally, or positive. If you have a listen to Tony Robbins, he's the person that describes these better. I believe he coined the term to this as well. A narcissist world revolves around themselves on a conscious level. They are fulfilling their own needs only and always looking for the quick, easy fix so that their needs are being met negatively. They negatively fill their human needs, meaning they always circle around in their own inner unhappiness, never contributing to others in a positive way, only if they have something to gain by doing so. Never growing in a positive way and always circling around the same miserable patterns of the lives they've created for themselves. They have created it for themselves. No one deserves to be abused. Nobody deserves to go through trauma, but our recovery is our responsibility. People who are not on the narcissist personality disorder spectrum, subconsciously, the world also revolves around them, yet they contribute to others in a positive way, not knowing it's actually fulfilling their own human needs. It makes them feel good helping others out, yet it's done with good intentions and a kind heart. A destructive narcissist is negatively fulfilling their human needs. It's easier and it's quicker, yet they forever cycle around the same old patterns, never fulfilling them in a positive way, leading them to live an extremely unhappy, negative life. And when you are around these people, it leads us to live an unhappy, negative life. Some people can have high levels of narcissistic traits in all areas, yet still have the empathy to care for others, and it doesn't make them a narcissist. Some people can be high achievers. If they're not exploiting people, it doesn't make them a narcissist. It all depends entirely on the person and it is also on a spectrum. So some are extremely dangerous, others are not. If they have traits and they meet these needs in destructive ways, if they are extremely negative, if they are extremely toxic, you might need to go no contact. There's others that aren't so dangerous, that aren't as toxic, that you can limit your time around. And you would have to limit your time around because they are still negative, toxic people. We have to understand they don't think on the same level that we think on. Some people are confident. Some people take selfies. Most people do get caught up in a lie at one point in another in their lives. If you've ever lied about something or tried to cover up a lie because you made a genuine mistake and didn't want to hurt someone else's feelings, that alone does not make you a narcissist. We learn from our mistakes. If you learn from your mistake, you are not a narcissist. Narcissistic people don't learn from their mistakes. They do whatever they can to protect themselves. So the thing, we have a fight, flight, freeze and fawn mode to protect ourselves. Those on the narcissist personality disorder, somewhere most often due to a childhood trauma, turn to the fight mode to defend themselves, not understanding it's only detrimental to their happiness. And it becomes a way of life. And the more they protect themselves, the more they destroy others. Those not on the disorder when around a narcissist might go into the fight mode, not realising you've been manipulated and provoked. You may lash out at the narcissist. Does this make you on the disorder? No. This makes you human with a defence mechanism. Some of us do manage to avoid going into fight mode if we've not be manipulated too much and get out fast. Some freeze and stay stuck, never changing, never growing and never safely getting out, until one day they do get so sick and tired of being tired and drained that they do eventually walk free. Others fawn, unwittingly giving in to the narcissist demands for fear of what will happen to them if they were to stand up to the narcissist. Abuse is abuse. We don't always see it happening to us while it's happening to us, especially when it's psychological. So if someone is abusive towards you, mental or physical, you need to stay clear of them, whether they are a narcissist or not. Just because you've reacted in ways you wouldn't normally react does not mean you have the disorder. Some toddlers have narcissism, as do some teenagers, and it's a healthy part of growing up, yet they are not on the disorder. We can act in ways that we shouldn't act, but we have to learn from our actions how we want to behave for ourselves and how we want to behave around other people. And it's emotions like guilt, remorse, empathy that stops us from doing things that would harm someone else. Narcissistic people don't seem to have that guilt, remorse or empathy. They just pass the blame onto those around them and carry on with their toxic ways. So if you felt guilty about having to make a choice that you didn't want to make, if you feel remorse, if you look back on and reflect, then you are not a narcissist. I shall add in the description where you can find me on social media. I shall add in the description the online courses that I have available. I'll also add the link to BetterHelp, where you can be partnered with a counsellor that specialises in narcissistic abuse if you need some extra support, as I am currently full for one-to-one coaching. I'll also add the video links to explain more about a narcissist's empathy, how they mirror us, the one that I did the other day, the 9 characteristics of the disorder, and how they play the victim to twist the story to get us to conform to their ways of living. Thank you very much for listening. If anyone has any advice or any book recommendations, any video recommendations, it's a community to help and support each other, and we are all individuals, so it's finding the thing that works for us. And that one book recommendation, that one YouTube video, it doesn't matter who it's by, that one support group, anything, it might just help that other person. Thank you very much for listening. Bye.